When you're dealing with a pathological narcissist, you're not dealing with someone that has a true identity, a true self, or a true personality. You are dealing with someone that did not individuate, and essentially, individuation is the process of becoming an individual. So, as you get older, you become more of yourself. Pathological narcissists, on the other hand, became more of their false self or more of their ego. Hi everyone, Shika here with NarcDojo, where we discuss pathological narcissism, spirituality, and raising your awareness. Today we are delving into a profound and often overlooked topic in psychology, which is self-abandonment. And we have a really good comment here by Rebecca. So, are narcissists aware that they are operating from a false self? Pathological narcissism is a disorder that is created out of shame. And when we're talking about shame, think of shame as low self-esteem. Now, when it comes to pathological narcissists, then it is pathologically low self-esteem. Anything that is pathological is operating in an extreme way, so it is abnormal. When things become pathological, it normally shows sign of illnesses or other mental problems. For example, someone that is a pathological gambler is not a habitual gambler. They are a gambling addict. A pathological liar, similarly, is not someone that tells a white lie here and there. Pathological liars lie and then they even believe the lies that they tell. So pathological liars then are also addicted to lying. Pathological lying is actually a symptom of other disorders such as obsessive compulsive disorder, antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, borderline, and so on. I mentioned before that pathological narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder, is a disorder that is born out of shame, and shame is here pathologically low self-esteem. When people are stuck in a state of shame, they believe that they are innately unworthy, that they are innately unlovable. So pathological narcissists have a really dim light. Their spirit is not really glowing. Understanding our multidimensional nature will help you to better understand pathological narcissism. So, your spirit governing a human body with the access to faculties such as our mind power, our willpower, and our emotions as a tool. We are not our minds. Our minds is a tool that we use to make decisions. We are not our willpower, right? We are not our emotions. We have emotions. We also have a body. We are not our body. So our spirit, essence, prana, light, chi, the observer, the watcher, etc. When it comes to pathological narcissism, you're actually dealing with a captain that abandoned their ship. This is because they are living predominantly through their ego. They are living through their false self. And the ego is essentially the different masks that pathological narcissists wear depending on the different people that they go around. Again, they do not have a true personality. The true self was not developed. That energy was diverted to the ego. You are dealing with people that do not really know who they are because, again, they did not individuate. They did not become an individual. So, are narcissists aware of their false self? Yes and no. So, they do know that they are fake, but they also believe in their delusion. It is important not to rationalize the behavior of pathological narcissists because they exist below the level of rational thinking. You're dealing with people that are based in shame and they are unable to move past their pride. This area down here is what we call victim abuser consciousness, the third dimension. You can call it the lower ego, the lower self. Pathological narcissists did not develop to be able to be rational thinkers. We are talking about arrested development. Their behavior is going to be very irrational because you're dealing with people whose emotional age is closer to being a toddler than it is being an adult, even though physically they are adults. Pathological narcissists believe in their false self. They believe in their ego. That is why they want you to prop up their ego. This is why they need excessive amounts of validation, attention, and admiration. They do not have the ability to self-reflect because, again, they really did not develop a self, a true self. They developed a false self, and an ego cannot self-reflect. An ego only has the ability to project. It is very important to know who you are, and again, you are a spirit governing a human body with the access to a mind as a tool. Pathological narcissists believe that they are their mind. Because they believe in their delusion, they believe the ego. The ego is a mind-made construct. What does your mind do? It generates thoughts. So essentially, you really are dealing with people that believe that they are a figment of their imagination. An easy way to think about this is that pathological narcissists create a mind-made construct. So they create a character in their mind. For example, Wonder Woman. And then they believe that they are Wonder Woman. And if you don't believe that they are Wonder Woman, they are upset with you. This is going to cause a narcissistic injury again because you're not propping up their false self. And what you'll notice with pathological narcissists, if you're not propping up that ego, if you're not validating their false self, then they get upset and run off and pretend to be something else. Again, they do not have a true self. So if Wonder Woman doesn't work, then they'll pretend to be Spider-Man. And if that doesn't work, then they take that mask off and put on another one. You are dealing with the Anna Delvey type personality. So you like R&B, the narcissist also likes R&B. I like rap music, the narcissist is also going to like rap music. So narcissists are aware of their false self to a degree, but they have been living their lives through the lenses of these false selves for a very long time. They do not want to go back. They do not want to face their ego death. When you say I am, it comes from the spirit level. However, when pathological narcissists say I am, it actually comes from the mind level, and that doesn't make any sense. Identification with the mind is actually one of the #1 signs of mental illness because, again, your mind is a tool that you use to make decisions. Your mind is a tool, just like how a screwdriver is a tool. And if I came online introducing myself as a screwdriver, then you'd probably think I have a couple of screws loose. Be reminded that we are talking about mental illness because if somebody abandons themselves, then they are also disconnecting from the mind. Eckhart Tolle writes that fear arises through identification with form, whether it be a material possession, a physical body, a social role, a self-image, a thought, or an emotion. It arises through the unawareness of the formless inner dimension of consciousness or spirit, which is the essence of who you are. Pathological narcissists are people who do not truly know who they are because they identified with their false self. They identified with a thought that was generated in their mind as a child. However, they now exist in an adult body. Thank you for joining us today, and if you found this content useful, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and save the videos. And if you have any questions or feedback, you can go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll catch you in the next video.